This hill is actually steeper than it looks. Hey friends, I'm on my way up the hill here on the orchard up behind the old barn. I'm back on YouTube. If this goes right, if you're watching this, I'm back on YouTube. If not, I'm cussing my camera and everything else I have right now. I'm trying to figure out how to make it work. That's one thing though about me, is I always try and find a way to make it work. I hit adversity and, well, keep moving forward, you know? So what I'm up to, okay, I guess I should start from the beginning and try and keep it kind of short. I finally got a new computer and a really cool editing program that I'm hoping is going to give me a lot of new features. If nothing else, even if it just gets me back where I need to be and gets me getting videos back out and stuff, I'll be very happy. I think this program is going to be really cool though. I think it's got a lot of whistles and bells I didn't have before. So reason I'm bringing it up here is it's about to be winter. It's late fall now, and well, I like living in the picker cabin and everything, and it's nice having the amenities and all, you know, stove, shower, bed, heat, all that stuff. At the same time though, last year, man, the winter was so long, I got kind of bored, you know? I'm the kind of guy that likes a little bit of a challenge and everything. In my life, I'm kind of as you know, I'm a survival guy, you know? That's what I like to do, is kind of push myself and do difficult things, really. So, this winter, I've decided that I'm gonna do a cold weather challenge. I'm gonna live outside for a little while. I'm thinking 30, 60 days, maybe something like that. And in doing that, I want to do videos where I do what I'm going to call apocalypse survival shelter. And so I'm basically going to move up here onto the hill. I know it's not like living in the wild, you know, like if I were up on Chapaka or something. It allows me though to be a little bit safer, not have to worry so much about doing every single thing right. And if something did go wrong, or if I just got bored of the outside, you know, being cold and all that, I can just walk back down and go home. Well, what I want to do, these videos I'm going to do over this 30 to 60 day challenge is going to be inspired by an apocalyptic event, right? So it's the idea that something goes wrong with the world, like in the movies and stuff, you know, be it an earthquake or World War III or whatever it is. Let's say all the buildings fell over right now, right? And we had to survive on our own, basically. I have a lot of experience in that kind of stuff, not the buildings falling over. However, actually one or two actually have gone down in my life. That's a story for another time. I want to make my shelter out of things that can be found in an emergency situation, you know, tornadoes, earthquakes, etc. And I thought that it'd be really cool to do it up here out of a lot of the things that I can source from around the area and some of the things that I already have on hand. I'm the kind of guy that I always prepare for the worst, basically, and I like to have a lot of gear for basically any situation. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. I figure in the next couple days, I'll actually start getting to work on the shelter. I want to get a little bit of it done before I get out here and move into it. I've kind of given myself a time limit though of by the 7th. Which is only in a couple days. I think this is the 4th today. It could be the 3rd or the 5th. I think it's the 4th. So I'm up here trying to find a nice spot, really, to build. I'm gonna go with something basic, and I'll explain it all to you as I build it and as I live in it and in my daily videos, which I want to do a video every day. with this new format, I think I can. So I'm looking for kind of a good strategic spot, because we do have animals here. There are wolves, coyotes, and cougars, mountain lions. They actually live up in this area. You'll see them right now. And I see coyotes up here all the time. The boss lady saw a wolf down here like 2 years ago, and there are always cats roaming around up here. I've found lots of prints, you know. So that's all this video is about right now, is just kind of giving you a rundown of my plans for this next couple months, basically. Now, once the shelter's built and all, I think eventually I'm going to do a trip up to Chapaca, up to the cabin, because before there's a lot of snow, I still need to put in a couple temporary beams to get through the winter. Okay, this spot's kind of nice. What I try and pay attention to is, what is the ground going to do? If you see here, there's this little gully kind of, right? You can tell a lot of water is run down this as the snow melts and stuff, and rainwater comes down off of this this hill. It runs through here, and then there's this flat area. I don't know if you can tell real well on the camera. It's all of this area that I'm covering with my hand is kind of flat inside this indention. So it's got like this bowl all the way around. Now, building on top of a spot where the water is going to run isn't wise in a lot of different circumstances. The way I'm going to use it, I'm not worried about really, because during the winter, while everything is frozen, I won't have to worry about the water. I'm going to use this indention here to help build the walls of the shelter, basically. And then if I were going to stay in it longer, I'd have to figure out some way to either divert the runoff or something like that. I don't know. What I do know, though, is that this is one of the best spots I've been able to find. I also like the way that it's tucked in up here. Okay, so strategic, well, that's what we can do first right now, I guess, is cover strategic thinking. Now, this is, you can see these trails here. Those are deer trails. They come down and around all of this. Oh, can you see that? Right up there by that tree, right there. There's a deer sticking its head out. You see its two ears and its head? It's just sitting there watching us. I don't know if you can see it. Y'all guys watching on a TV can probably see it. I don't know if y'all guys on your cell phones can. How cool. What was I saying? Strategy, right. So just being safe, basically. Now, being backed up against this is actually really good because I can put my back against it. Even though, you know, we've got the trails where predators can come down and stuff. I know how to set up some alarms, some tripwires, stuff like that, so that nothing can sneak up on me. And then building the shelter stout is going to be a large part of what keeps it structurally or strategically safe, basically. And then we've got the front here, you know, it's just downward sloping. That's not bad. It's not bad. I like all this sagebrush. It does give creatures something to hide inside. Once it snows, though, and starts to freeze, that won't be as big of an issue. Also, I always try to remember, whatever the predator or the bad guys or whatever use to their advantage, I can also use to my advantage, as long as I flip the way that I'm thinking. Instead of thinking like prey, I think like a predator, which is why predators don't hunt each other, is because you can go from hunting something to being hunted. And like I said, that's why predators normally don't hunt each other. So, also I do scent marking, which is basically where you just go around and pee on your perimeters. What people don't realize, though, is a lot of times when a person or an animal does a scent marker, the the chemicals in our bodies, the endorphins and the brain thingies, they actually come out in our pee. And so if we're afraid and we do a scent marker, then the predator is going to be able to pick up on that because the smell of the fear is in the scent mark. So when we scent mark, we want to have a very confident attitude. I always try and have just done something kind of strenuous, some work, or maybe even just an exercise or workout, which puts those chemicals, the like endorphins, oh, come on, help me here. My brain's just gone completely dead. Adrenaline, there we go. Adrenaline and stuff into the scent marker, which will cover over any like scent of fear or anything. Okay, I kind of like it up here. What do you think? Y'all guys like it? I mean, it's not home yet. It will be. And like I said, what I like is it's wild. Okay, so it's not wild. It is open though. If you erased all the houses and all the people around here, this would be a difficult place to actually exist. It's a good spot for a survival challenge, in my opinion. And like I said earlier, it's also safer than doing it way out in the wild or something, because if something does go wrong, I have help right here. And I don't have to constantly be as mindful of the issues that could go wrong. Allow me to kind of enjoy the challenge a little bit more. Also, because I'm gonna be straight up with y'all guys, that's what I dig, is I always tell y'all the truth, you know. Now, I am keeping the ability to use the house to charge my my GoPro, my computer, and then when I do, I'll edit and stuff out here in my shelter. When I upload, though, it'll have to be done from the house. I'll include that in the videos and everything, though, so that y'all guys actually know what's going on, you know. I'm just really excited to be back. I really am. Maybe here in a little bit, I'll talk about something recovery based, or maybe that'll be the next video actually. I'll just do like one of my recovery videos. Okay, so here's a lot of what I'm going to be building with. These are props, are what they're called. They're just these wooden poles here. And the gentleman that I work for has given me as many of them as I want. Since they've retired, they're not going to use them, and so stuff like that's just going to go to waste anyway. So they've given me kind of a pick of stuff that I might want or could use. Also, the boss lady, there's a trailer down over here that's going to get hauled out to the dump and crunched one of these days. Probably next year when we get to finish this building down here, because we're doing that building demo like I've talked to y'all guys about. The boss lady, though, said that I can harvest anything I want from that trailer, and that might be really cool, too, because it'll give us a lot of the apocalypse building materials that we would find if there were an earthquake or a tornado or something like that that tore everything up. It's going to be like pieces of siding, maybe some insulation, some paneling, flooring, electrical wires that can be used for lashing and tying stuff together and everything. I just like that barn. That barn is over like 100 years old. And then the metal that's on the top there, that came from the flume, that water trough that runs down here, or water reservoir. So that stuff is like super old too. Oh, that's one thing, we can go up and probably harvest some usable material off of the flume. I don't know if you can see it. That was the water trough that used to come through here back in the 1800s, and then brought water to all the orchards along here. Okay, super excited. Need to get me some dinner on, and then I'll try and edit this video together and get it put out tonight is my plan. I hope it works out. Poor garden. We got a little bit of a frost here not too long ago, and yeah, it's about done. My marigolds are, well, I guess the marigolds are about done too. These are the first flowers I've actually ever been able to grow. Well, I had some of these and some, what are they called? Icelandic poppies. Yeah, they were beautiful. They weren't the poppies that I was looking for. I like those really big ones, but these Icelandic ones are gorgeous. They've just got such a unique kind of like shine to their color, you know. Oh, also Max needs a little bit of work. I got a carburetor leak. Couple little tune-up things I need to take care of, which means here in the next couple weeks, I'll run in, see Tom and Michael, because Michael was texting me the other night, said I can come in at any time. It'd be good to hang out. Okay, I'm gonna get this edited. Hope that y'all guys are doing well out there. Never give up, never surrender. As always, God and Jesus bless us all.